Virgo and Leo. In the past energy, you have Knight of Wands here. And it was clarified by the Justice card, the Eight of Wands, and the Moon. So, and also, well, I'll wait on that. Okay. For the past energy, this could have been a situation where, at least for one person, I'll say that, it was just supposed to be a little fun, nothing too serious. You know, it's kind of like, I deserve this. I deserve this fun right now, so I'm gonna just go out and do it. But someone was needing to, or it seems as if someone needed to be more discerning, or someone was more discerning about what they let enter into their life. It's kind of like one person was looking at this as, okay, this is just going to be a fun thing, whatever. And then the other person was like, okay, well, you know, maybe this could be the person for me. Who knows? But they needed to take a little more time and actually make sure of that. Even though you're never really sure, the other person should have maybe taken a little more time and maybe looked at how this person was, how their patterns were. Take a step back from the situation, like, well, what's really going on here? You know, maybe they went into it and they were maybe a little naive. I'm not sure. There could have been some illusions here, and it could have been covered up with the fun. It was covered up by the fun. It looked like someone wanted to play games, someone tried to play games, or someone was actually playing games here. That's how I'm looking at this with this Knight of Wands. And that was clarified by these oracle cards. Hide and seek, watches everything, and orchestrated forcing control. So it's like one person needed to watch or was actually watching, and they started to maybe notice that things weren't too good, or, you know, maybe like red flags. That's what I'm trying to say. Someone should have noticed the red flags, but maybe they didn't want to, or maybe they were seeing red flags and they were like, oh, it'll be okay, it'll change. But the other person was looking at it as just games and fun, possibly. In the current energy, I do have to say, after I was done shuffling for the current energy, the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords came out as well, from the other deck. So that's showing me that someone, on one hand, is possibly looking into, well, they have the idea sometime of wanting something new and fresh and fun again, maybe wanting to have a fling, and maybe they want to tell, but they know that that will cause a lot of problems, so they just keep it inside. Or it also can talk about, you know, like I said about the fling, but also someone like needing to realize the truth, and maybe the divine is trying to show them, but they don't want to see the truth. But either way, you got the Wheel of Fortune for the current energy. That's the only card that came out from this deck. Then when I clarified, you got the Emperor, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands that was on the bottom of the deck. It seems as if all of a sudden someone wants to take this relationship to the next step. Like, what are we actually doing here? They want more structure, and they are thinking more about their future. Or maybe for some of you, things have changed and you both seem to feel this way. Or maybe you're both taking steps towards moving into the next cycle or stage of your relationship. But it seems as if one person may have moments of being on board and wanting that, but they also feel trapped by this relationship. And as you can see here, these are the cards that came out. Fake happy, feeling trapped, okay? Out of sight, out of mind thought process. It's kind of like when they're around, then they're all into it. Well, they're in, but then when they're gone, then maybe they're not. They're thinking about other people, they're thinking about other things. Disappearing act kept showing itself in the deck. It's like maybe this person does actually physically come in and out of this connection. Maybe they start fights so that they can leave and do their own thing without having the guilt of, maybe messing up. It's like someone is not really all the way in. They go back and forth on the inside. You see with the Knight of Wands or Nine of Wands, they possibly have moments where they're like, maybe, they have moments where they've been through a lot and they are afraid to go into the next step in this relationship. Do I really want just one person forever? What if this person hurts me? What would I possibly miss out on if I did settle down? What about other options? This person could be attractive, okay? You have hidden dangers. And then you have dreaming of you forever and always. Escape, fire exit, escape artist. Wishing for you, seeing signs and synchronicities, praying for you, waiting on a sign. So it's like either you're both in an energy of the good stuff as far as wishing for you, and then the other person goes back and forth as far as the good and the bad, or this is one person's energy of the good and the bad. In the future energy, you have the Three of Swords. You have the Death card, the Star card, the Six of Pentacles reversed, breadcrumbing, ending, accepting the painful end of a situation, the Star needing to heal, okay? And why? Because someone in this connection has a fear of intimacy, which ties in with the rest of the reading. Someone in this connection has a codependency. Maybe they rely on other people for their happiness. And so when that is not enough for them, because they're still battling things on the inside, then they disappear. They do other things, destructive tendencies. That ties in as well. Someone could literally sabotage relationships. They go into it knowing that they're really not ready, they're really not healed possibly. That's an example. And then they create a whole bunch of drama, then it's too much for them, and then they move on to the next thing, not realizing that they need to heal and deal with their issues first before entering into a new relationship. So the future of this relationship, as of right now, of course things can change, but as of right now, it seems as if this isn't going to really work out unless the person decides to face their issues with intimacy and codependency, and they are able to show up and be healthy for this relationship. So I hope this helps, and I'll see you later.